Hello, my name is Claire. I hope you're treating yourselves well and, of course, others. This is a reading of what they would like to say to you, what they would like to tell you, maybe like unsaid words or something. It could be like several people channeling in, or we'll find out. I'm not really sure how these go, but I felt inspired. This could be a third party right off the bat. 3 of coins, not great. It seems like a communication is back and forth, or you guys are mirroring each other. Whoever this person that you care about in the third party, you're definitely mirroring them. The Page of Wands, I think that they are feeling robotic in their lifestyle that they chose over you, and that's kind of progressing this hurt mentality or victim mentality that's being displayed in their head or arena. Maybe they're even telling people that, but I doubt it. It kind of seems like the Ace of Cups in reverse, a lack of wanting to feel overwhelmed. There's a sense of this person would rather hold you at a distance and fantasize about you over, or just have this thought of you in their head, the way that they like you, over actually pursuing you and seeing what happens, maybe. Or okay, I just had 1,000 things just prevent me from saying what I was trying to say. So maybe your person is kind of shy, or you guys have never talked intimately before. You could have never had a deep conversation. If you can hear the car in the background, I think there's a sense of deep concern for how you care to perceive them. It's these colors are really pretty, so they're very lighthearted. I think that you guys hold a sense of there's a wonder, a mystery, but a fantasy mystery. Maybe you guys really have turned into the perfect type of one another, or something of that sort. It's a chemistry that's undeniable, but it is so secret. The moon upright. Cycles. You might have had a few rounds with this person. You could feel in the grips of dealing with this situation. You can't move forward without dealing with this situation, even if it's putting it to an end, or perceiving it the right way, getting honesty, clarity, or even progressing in certain ways. Maybe this is a relationship that will stand the test of time, but right now it just feels so heated or heavy. The moon is visible, it's very prominent. It's a thing that controls our emotions. So I think that you probably control this person almost in a they want you to touch the top of their head. I think they want you to run your fingers through their hair. Lots of pressure points. I think they enjoy you wearing boots, or they enjoy boots themselves. There's a romance that they are trying to attain properly for you, I think, but BMO. Hate is a strong word, but this is my least favorite card, or not least favorite card, least favorite character in Adventure Time. These are Adventure Time cards, and they are wild. They are bizarre things to take in. But so BMO in the Four of Pentacles, it kind of signifies sustainability. Maybe this person has been trying to get your attention overtly or make you proud overtly or something like that. The dissatisfaction comes with the lack of communication, or this person not really taking things by the horn, or seemingly back burner energy, not taking you seriously or your time seriously. I think you kind of have this, like, you like that this person is, maybe, I heard petulant, which is childlike. So, I mean, it's like the bad form of childlike. So maybe you guys have like this like playground repertoire, like you could be like kids around each other, or just like playful and fun, loving. But the Five of Swords in reverse, there's hurt and betrayal, and I think that has been unidentified. It has been unkempt. It's a fire right now. You see this? It's a fire in a armor. So there's a certain loathsome energy. I don't think that there's hate between you guys at all. I think that it's just loathsome energy towards approach. And that might be on both of your sides. They might hate the way that you approach things, and vice versa could be a big issue, because this person is kind of like no holds when it in life. Like they could be very fiery, constantly looking for the next thing to entertain or combust, something like the next thing to take on. Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, they could be dealing with like a flighty lifestyle or burdens of their own, but they choose to stay in your energy and not convey how they feel, or like sincere truth, I guess. They're like, it feels like there's a lot to say, but it you burn it all up before you get the right words. Like, I think both of you have, like, you start off maybe feeling good. Like there's a caravan of emotions that runs through your heads in such a small amount of time when you think about this person, that it's hard to like stabilize a real emotion. The Nine of Wands is kind of saying that like you feel so close, like almost like you could even like end it with this person and be okay, but then you're like, absolutely not, not possible. So you want to try, but then this something that reoccurs within this person, or them not giving up their lifestyle. Maybe they're with someone else and it's just, there's no way to go forward. You have no means of understanding the situation just because this person tries to treat you like you're special in some form or fashion. It's confusing and almost feels negligent to treat someone like that. The Ace of Swords upright. Passion is hard to navigate, truly, and I think that's something you guys have on lock almost all the time. Like, if you could always have each other pleasurably, you would choose that. If it was easy, like, you would always go towards this person because they are like a really nice fit. You might like intertwine really well, but oh, the Knave of Pentacles. Maybe they're working slowly towards you and they have not figured out a way to tell you that, because the Knave of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords is kind of a nice sign of like, they might be getting this blue color is kind of saying like, maybe they're getting the repertoire to keep themselves afloat in conversation with you. Like maybe they felt like they needed to level up, and maybe they did. Like you could be having to really flex your patience muscles. Like spirit could actually be testing you to the nth degree, because this is a connection that if you make it work, I think that it will be skyrocketing. Like the passion is there. This person is slowly working towards at least conveying how they feel, or making an offer of solidifying. Like they might have been set back in certain ways in their own life that they couldn't necessarily handle mentally enough to convey to you, or it's a mixture of things. They could have been keeping stuff from you because of shame or isolation. This person has a communication deficit. King of Swords. Yes, the communication deficit is based off of rugged lifestyle, or them having to fend for themselves for so often or long. They could have been raised in place that never taught them how to communicate properly with people, or it's just been environmentally beaten upon them to, because I keep on looking at these stunned eyeballs. I think that they observe their surroundings, so based off of how you act, they have been reacting, and that is not been helpful. I think you guys have been reacting off of each other instead of just maintaining your steady feelings and carrying passion, emotion. Like, because if you really care about someone, you shouldn't want to like feel the vindictiveness or like throw like them out in your mind, you know? Like you, in a perfect world, we would be able to like vanquish someone from our lives or minds without hating them or loathing them in some way if it ends poorly. But I think it took you a while to not want to like attack this person, or when I say attack, I mean like verbally. I think you wanted to like tell this person how you felt for so long, and maybe they kind of perceived that and they reacted based off of what they could handle in the moment. I think that life has been very tricky, fleeting is the word. And I think that maybe that's kind of why you have been like desperate for connection and communication, because it's like if someone cared about me, they would definitely like have said something about any of the horrible things I've been through, right? But no. Or it hasn't been good communication. Page of Swords. Yeah, this person could have like come in your life and come out of it in certain ways, or doesn't know how to stabilize you. Maybe they feel very shy, or just don't know how to convey how much they care. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I think that they don't know how to overwhelmingly tell you how they've been since you guys have split, or since it's been kind of rocky or tumultuous between you guys. I think that life has really like given it to this person, both of you, equally, but this person handles it differently than you, and I think you might be kind of like a beacon or a light in certain ways, and I think that they want to tell you that, but it's emotional. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles up, or it was in reverse. So I think that they are trying to like relinquish any downfalls that you guys have had, maybe the wrong way in the past, like thinking like time would sever those mishaps or mistakes or whatever. Like there was a lot of things that were perceived differently than what is like progressive forward motion. And I think you both have learned through that this counterpart, for sure. I think that you have learned how to maybe care about them deeper, or care about people in general. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. I think this person has really solidified you understanding what it takes to care about someone in like an actual love, which is like caring about them through sorrow and pain and discomfort, and still wanting to like have them and be there for them, have their back and all that stuff. That's what it takes. That's what it is at this point. The Two of Pentacles, I think you are ready for the give and take and annoyed by a few things, and maybe the conversation feels like it will be like a 10 of Wands to this person. So if you can lighten the mood, I would. It's kind of like a situation where, like, if you want something to approach you, be approachable sort of situation. I know it's hard to not convey how we feel sometimes, or like I use my social medias a lot to let out my feelings, or like let go of emotions and stuff like that. And it's easy not to what am I trying to say? I think this person is heavily watching you and looking for opportunities to come forth to you. So if you want them to come forth to you quicker, or in like, just be inviting, be lighthearted. If you want to be scary and big and bad, it's fine. Do that too. I've done that as well. It doesn't work, but it's to each their own, and it's figuring out that is half the battle. But this person does want to approach you. I think that they feel very sad without you, very left out in the cold by you seemingly not fighting. But you know, like, it's, you don't want to start off a relationship having to like break up another one. Like, that's not a real thing. That's not healthy. You want a real relationship. You want love. You want passion. You want it to be pure. So there's a need for people to step up to the plate or get gone. Stuff like that, you know. And hopefully this person will do that. You know, they're smart. You're smart. And you gotta know I love you. 2. What to do? Hello. Nice of you to join us. This is unsaid words, things that were unspoken, or what they would like to say to you. This could be anyone in your life. I'm sure you already know. So they would like this could be a person that has passed on. They might have been a child when they passed, or they could have been like someone you looked up to, a mentor, the Hermit in reverse. There was a love that was created due to this person existing, which should not be taken for granted. Like, the hurt is there because, I mean, I'm sure you think of this person pretty frequently. I keep on looking at the sun. You might not address the situation very often. I think it might have rearranged your like thought process in certain ways, that life really cherished the fact that you alchemized that and turned it into love, fun, remembrance, reverence for life. I think you really alchemized your heart, your chest, I think that you started to say things with your chest more frequently, or started to actually observe what you had to lose after that point. The 10 of Swords upright. I think you finally started to take on life's purpose more deeply because of this situation, and that was really all anyone could ask of you. Is just the moving forward was helpful to you and necessary for your memory. Like, I think, like, in a sense of like so that you could take the memories that you had or have still, very much still have, but the things that you feel and make them a part of you instead of let them hang off of you. That you might have been approaching things in certain ways, or maybe have been flighty or rushed into certain aspects of your life before. And I think that you are taking, it's like you're committed now. You're committed to yourself. You're committed to the hierarchy of personal growth, and maybe even like it's a little jarring to say now, but because of like the context of what we're talking about, but like, cutting off people. Like, I think that the seriousness of your life kept, like, maybe you were really apt to like hold on to certain people, or overextend yourself, give too much of yourself away in certain aspects, and through this experience, purpose kind of attached itself to you in a way that you can't really shake it any longer. There's no you don't fool yourself. Like, you can, maybe before you could you might have had like a shadow vision, like you know how people are different. Like, you can look back at yourself and recognize things that you thought wholeheartedly and truly that now you're like, absolutely not. That's not reality. We change. People change. And I think your reality changed so much at once that pride is what I'm like. The Eight of Swords. I think life might have put you in a lot of stuck situations, and the way that you will find your way out of those is based off of really feeling yourself to the point where you can say no to people. You can get yourself out of situations healthily. You can speak your mind, speak your truth, and not fall back on that. You can't, there's no like regression, and when you get like pushback, or you don't fall back into bad habits, there's a steadiness that has been acquired because of the Ace of Wands in reverse. Something that completely was like ripped away from you, something that was ripped away from you, and something that kind of broke you down. This Ace of Wands, it's like something that it might have, maybe you didn't have a strong sense of spirituality or communication with spirit or this earth. Like, whatever you believe in, there is a mysticism I would choose to believe for myself. So I think maybe you have as well kind of tapped into the mystique of life, magic, if you will. I think that you kind of do see where not everything is what it seems. It's not all, I'm hearing fun and games. So maybe you didn't take things seriously before, and now due to discomfort and just like all the things that you've seen, you kind of, I think you're kind of really just starting to see that, like, dang, I asked just simply to be at this spot a few years ago. So the fact that I'm here and I'm kind of like uncomfortable with that, I'm still kicking, I'm still alive, but I need to appreciate, I think maybe this person has helped you appreciate just like the subtleties of getting there. Like, you've come so far. Yeah, the Three of Wands. You've come so far. You've stepped down from places that made you feel like godlike, or you've stepped away from things that no longer served you, even if they gave you like physical reward or satisfaction in some way. And there's like such a strong sense of just pride emanating from I'm hearing visage. You're ancestry, your background. I think that there's a lot of people, I'm looking at this throne, and it makes me think of like you're sitting atop of your legacy, and it is starting to form under you, like it's starting to materialize. I think you're feeling less like you're Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, like you see this guy on this board, maybe you're feeling less like you're in the rodeo, and this life, I think you might have a few like entities that are with you that might not, like you definitely have a lot of angels, but you might seem like you have like some darker entities at times that are just in your sphere. They don't have to be what is it called when they're angry? They don't have to be menacing. It's not that. I really don't, it's not even in my mind at all. But they don't have to be like diabolical spirits. But I think that maybe you have some like otherworldly companions, like guides that are kind of like, if you're seeing like little tracers out of the side of your eye frequently, or like, you know, it looks like a little light pulls in the side of your vision or something. Yeah, I think that you're being guided by like sun beings. I think that this world has provided a few of its own kind of, I'm hearing theatrical beings. So maybe it's just like life is trying to entertain you into seeing how you can, I'm hearing act different, but I think that's kind of like maybe you're dramatic, or maybe you are the opposite. Maybe you show no emotion at all. There's a need to balance one of those things. Like whatever spectrum you are towards, I think as of right now, focusing on like the balance of those things could be really beneficial. Six of Swords, yeah, walking away from unequal give and take. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think that this is not a time for growing businesses for some reason, I'm hearing. I think life wants you to take care of one thing before you take on another. So if there's a sense of like you haven't ended a cycle or gotten rid of certain things in your life, or you're like holding on in certain ways and trying to tap into new identities or new realms, you need to close out old cycles, old lifestyles, old habits before you take on this brand new, before life will even offer you the brand new. Really is what, because it was in reverse and it's the Wheel of Fortune. That is a timing thing. It's like a part of natural time and divine timing. The Ten of Cups though, oh my gosh. And this one's so good. So I think maybe you have been through a lot of hurt, and that is because the person that you will end up loving on this earth, I think you have a higher love coming in for you, like a serious partner one day that will absolutely knock your socks off, rule your world. Like this person is going to be, you guys are going to be assume the position in every way for each other, but it might not be like easy. Like love is not easy, but I think the fact that you've been through these trials and hurts is really going to aid your relationship with this person somehow. Maybe you'll make them feel more comfortable in their life to take on certain tasks or healing in certain ways. Maybe you will help heal them, or there's just, and the things that you've been through is definitely going to aid your love life, your real love life. I mean, it could be like over a few relationships, but I think you're like, there's a very true, very pure love that is coming in for you, that is highly regarded connected to the hurt that you have felt in life. So it is up to you to catalyze. You wouldn't want to make other people suffer through in life. Yeah, I think that you want to be that good love for someone as well. You want to equally love someone as much as you want to be loved, and I think you understand what that takes. So yeah, this was a nice reading. So yeah, gotta know I love you.